Hi, I'm Faith Ryan, and I'm a senior at Lisle Senior High School. I just wanted to talk about a little bit more in depth about an issue that I had been presented with last week, and one that I had kind of talked about on my social media accounts. It's really important to me, and obviously really important to a lot of people in my community, in my school, in my district, and I thought that it'd be really important to kind of talk about it a little more. When Bruce Rauner, since we live in Illinois, he was the governor, and now J.B. Pritzker is now the governor, but before Bruce Rauner left office, he proposed a bill that would essentially, it would reduce property taxes by 10%. So I did a little bit more research on the bill and what happened and why this referendum exists today. And I found out that when this bill happened, there was a petition for referendum titled "A Petition for Referendum to Decrease Extension for Educational Purposes." And this was brought about by someone within the village of Lisle. And there was also an objection to this petition, a petitioner objector who said that this petition should not be able to pass through referendum on a bunch of legal bases. And ultimately, this was happening in small court disputes in November of 2018, and they ultimately concluded that it would pass and also would pass on to the referendum stage and end up on the ballot in April of 2019. So that is how this petition came to be. And this bill would then be on the 2019 April ballot for local municipal elections as a referendum at the bottom of the ballot. While that seems really great because taxes, who wants to pay taxes, right? Well, they're necessary, a necessary evil, I guess. And the thing is about taxes, and property taxes specifically, is that property taxes directly fund public schools. While this is great for some people, this directly affects a lot of districts, especially in the northern suburbs of Illinois. This affects 18 total school districts, and ours is included in that. And I was kind of curious about what that would do to our school district's funding. And I found a proposed budget cut model that would propose $2 million cut from our school district's budget. And that is meeting the bare minimum of what we can do. And the funny thing about Lisle is what kind of makes this issue so pressing is that Lisle is very small. It's a small school district, it's a small town, it's really close-knit. But the thing is, a lot of people actually that pay property taxes that fund our school district actually don't send their kids to the Lisle 202 school district schools. Statistically, a lot of these people either don't have kids in our school district or don't have kids at all, or they're older. So they, of course, would love to have this 10% property tax decrease. So this doesn't affect them, but what they don't know is that it's affecting a lot of families and a lot of students in our school district. Because we are such a small school district, and we have such small schools, and we don't have a lot of kids in our schools, we kind of are at a disadvantage in a way when it comes to opportunity. We only have a limited amount of AP classes in the high school, and one of the proposed cuts would mean 6 AP classes would be cut entirely from our programs. Now, I'm in 3 AP classes, and I took 4 last year, and I cannot advocate enough for AP classes. And while they are really, really rigorous, they do enhance college applications, and they show colleges that you are up to the task and are ready to face lots of course rigor. And I don't really know where I'd be without those opportunities that AP classes gave me. Having those opportunities be cut is really, really going to detrimentally affect the success of future students that go to Lisle. Not only AP classes are being cut though, teachers will be losing their jobs. World languages and arts will be cut almost entirely from the junior high. World language won't be offered anymore. Arts will be mostly cut. after school activities I can almost guarantee you will be gone, especially theater and the arts. Those are definitely the first to be hit. A lot of special education services will be dramatically reduced as well. There's a lot of opportunity that we could be providing our students that we won't be anymore. And I think that that is really a sad thing, because we are a very privileged district. The great thing about living in a mostly white suburban community is that we have money and we have opportunity, and we don't have the sort of economic and representative inequality that a lot of people in other states and other parts of our own state have. And in that, we are very privileged and very lucky. And I believe that if we can fight for what we believe is right and what we believe is logical, I think that we can use our resources to our best ability and prevent this budget cut from happening. Because if we have the accessibility to these opportunities, and we have the money to fund these opportunities for the success and education of our students, I think we should use them. Because otherwise, I think we're just not taking advantage of what we have as a district and as schools and as a community. I don't believe it is just that I, being a senior and leaving next year, will have a better education and better quality of education than someone that's maybe in kindergarten right now and later in their life and not receiving the same education. I don't believe it's fair. I don't believe it's just, and I think we need to be using the power that we have, the privilege that we have, and the voices that we are able to have be heard in a way that is sustainable, in a way that maintains the quality of education for all of the students now and all of the students to come in our school district. On an equally important note, a lot of teachers and administrative officials could be losing their jobs if this referendum passes. So if classes are cut, teachers will be cut as well. We not only should be fighting for our right to a quality education, but we should be fighting for the rights for our teachers to keep their jobs. Because if this referendum passes, lots of teachers could go into unemployment, and they are really the ones that help maintain our education and give us our education. So if we want to keep our education, we need our teachers as well. On April 2nd, there will be the election, and this is where the referendum will be present. So if you are 18 years old and you can vote, please register to vote now or soon and vote no for this referendum. If you are a family that has students at this school, you know how important it is to maintain the quality of education that we already have. So please vote no for this referendum, to use our resources to ensure the success of our students in the future and ensure education and the quality of it is maintained for all students presently and in the future. So just as an FYI, I found these documents online.
So I'm just going to pause right there really quick. You'll have to excuse my iMovie editing skills and my iPhone 8 camera quality. I've been re-editing this video like 9 million times because I keep finding more information regarding the issue. So just for now, please excuse that sus editing skill.
Through the DuPage County Election Commission Board website, and also through the Village of Lisle website. All of these are just legal documents they're public documents, like regarding the petition and the objection to the petition. So these are like documents from the hearing. Well, I think I'm going to make another video regarding the candidate listing for the village trustee candidates that are going to be on the April 2nd ballot, just because I think it's really important to kind of be aware of the candidates and people running for your local offices and like what their positions are. I also wanted to dive in more into what a village trustee person really is, kind of what the position really means and how it affects the functioning of your town. And I think that's like a really good thing to go over. So I think I'm gonna make a video about that. We'll see. But I think it's really important to pump up civic engagement. Local elections had the lowest turnout rate, which I think is really unfortunate because you are deciding to choose your representatives in your own hometown and directly decide on issues that affect you. That's really important to be engaged in. in the matters of your over your own home, your own school district. So yeah, until next time, keep educating yourself and fight for what you believe in.